welcome back to my video blog. Today I've got kind of a fun topic for me to talk about because this is what I do in my business, and really I want to talk to you about what it takes to sell a home in today's marketplace and in general. So I have some information that I bring to people when I sit down and talk to them about selling, and they're always kind of surprised to find out where buyers come from. So what I have is a sheet I go through, and it's tracked year after year nationwide where buyers actually come from, and it talks about the lowest least productive activity, which in this case is bought an open house, up to the most productive where most buyers are found, which is name or firm recognition or salesperson contact. So for example, if you're trying to sell your house yourself, we know that you can hold an open house or you can advertise in the newspaper. That accounts for about 3 to 4% of home sales. So it's a very small amount that actually helps people to sell a home. Now people say, well, what about the multiple listing service? Great thought. On average, we have 15 to 20% of all homes sell through the multiple listing service. That means 80-85% are not selling. Fortunately, I can say for the Hal Sweasey sales team, me this year, we've taken about 80 listings, and so far through September, we've had about 95 sales. So have I sold every one of my listings? No. We've sold a very high percentage, plus we've had many of those be buyer sales. So the biggest percentage comes for name or firm recognition or salesperson contact. What does that mean? Well, some people will call that like branding, Remax Real Estate or Hal Sweasey if I have a reputation in town. Or actually talking to people about buying and selling homes, which is the most effective way to get a home sold. So a good example would be there are very few agents that were willing to talk to people about real estate or call someone up and just have that discussion. Believe it or not, I do that about 7,000, 8,000 times a year. And what happens is, it's kind of like fundraising is what I tell people. I belong to charities, I fundraise. You can put an ad in the paper and say, hey, will you donate to our charity? And you'll get a certain response. It'll be small. Or I can call people up I know and say, hey, this is what we're doing to help children in the community. Would you be willing to help? And when you have that conversation, when you have that direct contact, that's how we know that works. So I know for virtually every 70 people I talk to, I will sell a house. And how does that happen? People know I'm out there, they know we provide a good service, and then people get trained to start calling me. So I got 3 or 4 people that called in this week saying how we were recommended to you to help us find a house or talk about selling our house. So it's that name or firm recognition is huge. People ask about the internet. Okay, that is a source, and most home buyers start their search there. But you have people that are starting a search, which we call tire kickers, and then we have people that are finishing their search, which means they're buyers. Normally, once they're ready to buy the house, they usually have an agent. Okay, so then it's like, how do I get those agents to sell the listings we have? It's by telling about them. There's so many homes for sale that we need to talk to those agents. So one of the best things we do is follow up with those agents nonstop. If I know Susie over at Century 21 has a buyer that's looking for a home, we want to tell Susie about our properties. So it's really about aggressively going out, going to the public, the other top agents, telling them about the properties we have. That's how we're going to get them sold. That follow-up is critical. So I'm touching on a lot of things here, but at the end of the day, I just want to tell you there are things that are effective and there are things that are not. If you want to know more about that, give us a call, 781-3750, 805-781-3750. Thanks again for stopping by, and we'll talk to you soon.